Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Esther, and if you're coming back, thank you so much for being patient with me. I know I've neglected the channel a little bit. So today I wanted to talk about things to know before you go plant-based or vegan. I've been a plant-based eater for just over 4 months now, and I am loving the journey. I'm enjoying learning how to cook the same vegetable in different ways. Who knew a cauliflower could be so versatile? I am enjoying connecting with people, with plant-based eaters and vegans on Instagram and Facebook. But I've also had to deal with the negative side of being plant-based eater. The first thing I'm going to address is friends and family. Friends and family, I love you, but you are exhausting. The first couple of months, I dealt with people sending me their very lovingly cooked and very well presented plate of meat to say, look at what you're missing out on. I'm not, but thank you. The second thing that I had to deal with when it comes to friends and family was they were concerned that I was never going to meet my daily protein intake. There's this obsession with protein, right? Eat more, eat meat in order for you to get protein. And yet people ignore the protein from vegetables, from beans. There's protein in everything you eat. There's protein. So I remember saying to a very close family member who I spoke to almost on a daily basis. They will call me to say, you need to eat meat because of, and mind you, I wasn't, like, I was a pescatarian for 2 years before I went plant-based. So I don't even know where this was coming from. I guess people were forgetting that I was pescatarian before I went plant-based. But I remember saying to him, you do realize that I could have been overdosing on protein, if that's a thing, and you wouldn't have cared. But the fact that I have said I'm not plant-based, it's an issue. I get it. I'm going against the grain. I mean, African barbecue equals meat. Baby Christianing for Africans equals meat. So meat is a huge part of everything we do, really. So I totally understand that it was change and I was going against the grain, but it was exhausting. The third thing that I had to deal with when it comes to friends and family was the babies. I have got an 11-year-old and he's not so much a baby and 21 months old twins. And it was, well, the plant-based diet is not really good for the babies. They need calcium. They need and so this is where educating yourself in order to educate other people comes in. I had to say, did you know that it's been scientifically proven that a cup of broccoli has got more calcium than a cup of cow's milk? Yes, but the cow's milk also has got healthy fats. So does avocados. So it's been having those conversations, which is exhausting, but also I understand because they're the friends and family. They love me and they want to what's best for me. So it's been having to educate them. The second thing that you need to know before you go plant-based or vegan is, now I'm not going to sugarcoat this one for you. I struggled. That's an understatement. I suffered. Everyone is different. Some people probably don't go through this, but I went from eating what I was eating, which is things like bread and pasta and, fish and whatever. But my diet wasn't that high in fiber. And I went from that to a whole plant-based diet. The bloating that came with that, it was excruciating. It was painful. I'm not even gonna lie. It was painful. And then I started doing research, and I remember coming across a blog by someone who went plant-based, or it was vegan, I can't remember. And a year and 6 months into their journey, they were still dealing with the bloating and the painful gas. At that point, I just wanted to cry. I was like, oh, I can't deal with this for like a year and 6 months. But then I started taking probiotics, and I have to say they helped. I feel so much better. And yeah, probiotics would definitely help. So if you're thinking of going plant-based or vegan, you probably need to start introducing more fiber into your diet as opposed to going from this end to that end, because the results might not be that pretty, but the health benefits are there, obviously. The third thing that you should know, I had to do this video without any makeup so you could see my skin. Honey, this is a positive one, by the way. Look at my skin. The benefits of a plant-based diet. I am loving my skin. I am. The fourth thing that you need to know before you go plant-based is, so as I mentioned, I've got little ones. It's the pooping. Yeah. See, you're dealing with yourself going to the bathroom. Like, you can go to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a day. Depends on what you eat. And then I have got 21 months old twins poop to also deal with. But it's a good thing, right? It's sort of a good, disgusting thing, but good. So those are my 4 things that I have learned so far on my journey. Oh no, actually, the 5th thing that you need to know. So for me, when I went plant-based, and then in the UK it went into lockdown. So I was in a bubble, and I didn't have to deal with anything other than what was in this house when it comes to my transition. But then I went to my friend's daughter's 8th birthday party on Friday, and for me, I don't really eat. I've never been a cake person, but when I am at a party or a wedding or whatever, I like to have a slice. And I was actually gonna go get some vegan cupcakes before I went to the party, but then we were running late, so I ended up not getting any. If you are plant-based, carry your own milk, because very few people buy plant-based milk. And if you can, carry your own, like for that birthday party, it was mostly barbecued food. If you can, take your own Beyond Burgers and vegan or plant-based sausages. That should help with the temptation that comes with just the food everywhere. For me, the meat is not really a problem, and was never a problem because I was a pescatarian for 2 years before I went plant-based. But it was the cake that was like, oh, I want cake. So next time I've learned that I am definitely going to make sure that every time I go to a place where there is going to be cake, and that I carry my own plant-based cake. When it comes to food, I'm not bothered, like I said, because I'm more than happy with just a plate of jollof rice and some salad. But I have to say, with this barbecue birthday party that I went to on Friday, it was really, really amazing because my friend really made an effort and made sure that we had a good selection. So I guess that's the other thing as well. Now when we visit friends or family, I do remind them that I am plant-based now. So I will obviously take my own food, but I think just giving people a heads up also helps, because then they just buy a bit more vegetables, hopefully for you. And because for me, I find when I visit people, I just stick to salsa and some vegetables. That's it. So yeah, those are my 5 tips for going plant-based going plant-based or vegan. It's an exciting journey. The results are also showing on my face. My skin is amazing. Oh, and I am losing weight whilst eating a whole lot of complex carbs without exercising. These days I'm so lazy. I do not work out. But I am losing weight. So more reason for you to consider going plant-based or vegan. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, hit subscribe. Take care.